Hey, it's Faye. First, I want to disclaim that this video may be emotionally and mentally triggering, so just be mindful of that. It's no secret that I've been struggling. If you've been following my heartbreak series on Patreon, you'll know that I fired my old therapist. However, I finally found a new therapist that really aligns with my current situation. Today, I want to talk and reminisce about 2024 and the upcoming new year. I pray that this reaches the right audience who's also struggling through a season of aloneness. Let's let go and set intentions for 2025 together. It's so fascinating that holiday emotions such as loneliness, delusion, nostalgia, this feeling of longing can contribute such a vital role to our mental health. These emotions often intensify during the holiday season as we reflect on past memories and we face expectations of joy and togetherness. Unwillingly, this can lead to high-end anxiety, stress, depression, especially for those who feel isolated or disconnected. I know I keep ruminating about this, but I feel so broken inside. For over 150 days now, but no one's counting. When I sit and actually think about it, like, how do you break a human being? How does it make sense that a human spirit can completely shatter? Okay, before we plunge into this, I'm so happy that I was able to get BetterHelp to sponsor today's video. Hold on, hear me out. For a while now, I too strayed away from counseling and therapy, especially because I thought I could handle my own baggage. And it wasn't until my sister and we were driving home from a friend's birthday dinner that I finally spoke about my depression. I was completely dissociated. It was in that car ride, in that moment, that she carefully told me I needed help. And when it's coming from her, you know, we all have that one person. I did not take that lightly. Point is, if you're anything like me right now where you're grieving the idea of someone or even past versions of yourself, or if you're struggling with the evolution of loneliness, especially where the holidays tend to amplify this, or if you just need guidance navigating and developing strategies to get through this transitional period, this is when BetterHelp steps in. Please seek therapy. I too want a blank canvas to write a new story, but in order to do that, it requires working through this daunting time. It takes a little to sit down, fill out a questionnaire to get connected and matched with the right fit from 30,000 licensed professionals with a wide range of backgrounds and specialties. You can also switch therapists at any time at no cost, so there's no pressure on you or them. The goal is for all of us to just find the best equipped support. Start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp by clicking the link in my description box, or you can go to betterhelp.com/heyitsfeiii and get 10% off your first month of therapy. 2024 felt like a blur. Honestly, I feel like I don't remember most of this year, and my therapist said that it's because I've already trauma blocked it as like a defense mechanism. I just feel like I gave so much of myself away and lost me in a relationship that I thought would be my forever. So I'm trying to give myself grace and time as I'm returning back home to me, and also remembering that I am mine before I am ever anyone else's. I've done so much healing, and unfortunately, to heal, it's a constant reflection on what broke you. It's a hurtful process. Healing feels like forcing yourself into a room where you know it's dark and painful, like literal pain to the chest. You can't predict that place, but you have to do it, because if you don't allow yourself to reach that depth, you'll never fully and properly heal the right way. And it's just really like being vulnerable with yourself and letting go of ego and pride and not being defensive. You have to walk in naked. One of the most valuable advice I received this year was let go of what let you go. And it's probably one of the hardest things you'll have to endure through, but one of the most critical. My biggest regret in 2024 is that I didn't choose myself sooner. I've worked so hard to detach from a world I created in my head filled with love and bliss and the idea of that. Now I can look at certain situations for what they were at the time that they existed, and I realized I was holding on to something that was not choosing me any longer. It feels a little embarrassing saying that aloud, but again, this is me being completely vulnerable and authentic and honoring my feelings and my experience, and I think that's a gift that I have, even when it's not pretty, but I'm proud of it, and it's okay. Oh god, Lee, come on, we just started. I literally hyped myself up so hard before this video because I was like, I'm not getting emotional. I'm being bad bee. Bad bees cry too. Like Okay, I took bits of questions here and there on the interwebs for us to fully embody 2024 so we can close the damn chapter. Being grateful that this year happened for us and not to us. It's bittersweet, a little last goodbye. If you've gone through like a tough 2024 where you've most likely experienced a metamorphosis like myself, just be ready to make peace with your inner self as we do this. What's one thing that happened this year that you want to remember for the rest of your life? That's a good reflection. Though things didn't end the way he and I envisioned, I want to remember the healthy love that existed. Still very grateful for the person I experienced this with, and it's something I'm gonna take with me for the rest of my life. I think I'm like finally out of that anger phase. Now I can kind of reflect on what I'm thankful for. Sorry. What is something you accomplished or did this year that you're proud of? I wanted to become more comfortable doing things by myself, meeting new people, trying new hobbies, saying yes to everything. The past 5 months have been so fulfilling, even though I come home to myself and I cry my ass to sleep. It's okay because I still did it. I'm 30 years old and I've made new friends. I've taken myself out on so many solo dates. This was a hard one. I became okay with I became okay with silent dinners by myself. I'm back in therapy. Jesus. Rediscovered hobbies I love. I just truly found comfort in in a feeling that used to make me feel so anxious. I'm so proud of myself. I feel like if you've been following me on Patreon, you'll know why this is so emotional. I'm fine. I'm okay, it's okay. I took this so seriously and it's personally developed my character to a point where sometimes I look at myself, I'm like, wow, I don't recognize myself. Half a year ago, I was not this person and this was what I lived by. Do it sad, do it anxious, do it depressed. Don't let your emotions prevent you from living. Sometimes it takes new experiences to heal you and to believe there's more to life than your current situation. Think back to January 2024. What mattered most to you in life then? Over the past 12 months, how has what mattered most to you changed? That is a really good question. January of 2024, a serious relationship and its evolution mattered so greatly. Over these past 12 months, I know now that a relationship with myself means greater. What boundary did you set for yourself this year? This is a newer boundary that I learned throughout these past few months, and that's to take things at face value. Just stop making excuses and reasons for others. That is not your place, nor is it your responsibility to fix or carry other people's burdens. Leave it be. What you see is what you get at the end. What emotional wounds surfaced this year? I think this is pretty obvious, the fear of abandonment, but if anything, I think being existing through this breakup has healed so much of that wound for me. I was kind of forced into the survival mode, so it literally propelled me and I've become so much stronger and self-sufficient. And by no means do I want to be avoidant, because that can be unhealthy in itself, where you're like, fuck everyone, it's only me, myself, and I. Sure. But acknowledging that the human experience is programmed, this is what my therapist taught me, the human experience is programmed for human connection and individualism. So both should coexist for a healthy and successful development. I like it. And I'm starting to enjoy this season of aloneness, minus all the mental breakdowns I have here and there. For the most part, I've adapted really well to this and I don't give myself enough credit. So scram! Leave her alone. Intermission. Peep the girls' night out corset, the one I'm wearing right now. It is on sale and there's only a couple left, so you should grab it when you can. What do I want my one-word intention to be for next year? Forget a New Year's kiss. We should go get a tattoo. Okay, wait for it. Being. Yeah. To exist, to be present, to let go of control and trust that what is yours will not miss you. I focus way too much on becoming, which refers to the future. What's next? What does 6 months look like? And I need to just be. What is now, what is present, what is living. I should write a book. What areas of life did I unexpectedly grow in? Selfishness. And I'm very proud. Of course, I've always kept in mind how and what I say could really affect someone and cause conflict. I thought I was being mature by avoiding and not addressing. Don't get me wrong, I used to be a firecracker and that was an issue in itself. I went through therapy to learn not to do that. Anyway, I started adapting this idea that you just take it as it is. But the sadness I would feel inside because it caused disconnection. It convinced me that I couldn't take up space by maybe being selfish and saying how things affect me or whatever. I was like so scared that it was gonna trigger or like, I don't know, cause issues. I don't know, like in therapy we talked about it. She was just telling me how like I am so scared to losing people and that I have to like constantly prove that I'm like enough for someone to stay. So I try to adapt all these like things that I'm influenced by because it's the right way. I start avoiding my needs, this inner spirit of mine. And of course there's like a healthy way to come about it, but I just got so good at like, I'm just not gonna rock the boat because if I do, this person's gonna leave me, and that in return convinced me that I cannot take up space. So yeah, I've been selfish, putting myself first, protecting my feelings before I protect others. It's not like I even get to practice this because I'm just with myself, but you know what I mean. It'll set me up for the future. If you don't cry about it, laugh about it, okay? Would I be satisfied with what I did this year if it were my last year? No. There's so much more I can give, but also so much more I should be taking. What a weird ass year. Like I honestly don't even remember half of it. So no, I would not be happy or satisfied if I died tomorrow. But it is what it is. Take me when you need to. This is an easy one. One thing you learned about yourself. I learned that I like taking care of people because it heals a part of me that needed someone to take care of me. In the sense of loving someone. Like I love people so hard because it's the way I want to be loved. So if you're in a relationship or friendship or whatever ship and you don't know how to return their love, take care of them the way they take care of you. We all just want to be loved the way we need to be loved and the way we show love. It is not rocket science. What does it mean to live a whole life and how can I align 2025 with that? I'm hungry. Again, just being is to live whole, for me at least. Perspective is also super important to me and probably the most efficient and effective way to align my 2025 with this. I see the loss that I went through as a new opportunity to get to experience that again. And that's so beautiful. Everything you lost in 2024 created space for everything you're gonna gain in 2025. Trust that it's gonna find its way to you. That's my perspective for 2025, which will help me live fully, wholly. That was actually the last question. Take this moment to thank the past versions of you. Thank you. I read somewhere that said, we carry all our past selves with us. So protect them, talk to them, and start forgiving them. When I think of the version of me that went through 2024, I feel sad for her. She was put through so much, but because of her, I am the version of me today. So leave your heavy heart in 2024. It's time to move on. Let's let 2025 be the year of harvesting the seeds we planted and watered with our thick ass tears. This year's gonna be one of the best years you've yet to experience. You haven't even met all the people you're supposed to meet yet, all the things you're supposed to do yet, all the life you're supposed to live. Happy New Year, Lindas. I love you.